turned my back to the living room door and could see everyone. I felt 3 distinct, slow taps on my left shoulder.
I looked down. There was nothing there. My breathing got heavier. I still couldn't move. Then, as if it couldn't get any worse, I felt a hand caressing my hair. Oh, fuck's sake.
Imagine, I don't know what would be scarier, actually. I think a giant penis throwing peanuts at me.
dildo throwing nuts.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Ghost Huns.
Why would you do it like that?
Because I can't. Hello, welcome. Hope you're having a great day.
No.
Welcome to Ghost Huns.
To episode 87.
I sounded like you on the bonus episode.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know what you're referring to. I just went, yes.
When you need to put your pants.
Okay, thank you. Enough. This is the main podcast.
And if you want to know, go over to Patreon.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just another plug.
And I needed a plug. Let me tell you. Shit talk.
Shitty pennies.
87. The
the
it's the year of my birth. I was gonna. Yeah. I'm an 87 girl. Some people are born in like 2003. Can you believe?
I can't believe that people who were born in 2000 and what is it like 8?
Yeah.
Are legally allowed to drink.
Oh my God, don't.
No, is that right?
Yeah, because if you're at 2008, 2018, you're 10, 2028. No, I don't think that's quite. You're at 14 for 2008.
Oh, right. So 2004, 2004.
But then I just.
Maths with Ghost Huns.
It was like, I don't know, some fucking meme that was like some kid who's like born in 2003 and now he's a member of the Labour Party. And he was born in 2003 and he's got a real job.
I mean, you're always bringing politics into it nowadays. You love politics. We just can't stop, won't stop.
I live for it. I die for it.
Do you think you're going to go into a change of, like, you're going to... Do you know what? Imagine that if you... I mean, you can never stop the pod.
No.
You know that.
But I could do a bit of canvassing,
couldn't I? You could do a bit of... Yeah,
for reform.
You could be a counsellor.
Yeah.
You could be the next...
Nigel, he's got in, all right? And
you could be the next...
We will rise.
Nigel?
Farage.
Oh, you want...
No,
I was like, she hasn't got a clue.
I always joke about being this like right-wing nut, but I'd hope that people do understand that I am joking.
So we've got
to be clear.
So the new Prime Minister is Chicken Kiev Starmer, isn't it?
Yeah, cheeky Starmer.
Cheeky Kiev Starmer. To be honest, I'm not asked. But like, good for him. I guess that's what people want.
It's nice that the Tories aren't in. That's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
depends what tax breaks you want, really.
Okay, so when I said I wasn't right wing, I was like,
no,
I'm not.
I'm not right wing.
Look after your own.
I just think there's problems everywhere, and we can't deny that.
Yeah, I think that was a really profound statement, and the rest is politics should be quaking in their boots because we are coming for them.
Oh my God, imagine Ghost Huns politics. I'd love that. I'd love that. Have you been?
I've been all right. I've had a bit of crappy news about something. I don't know. Maybe I should say.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. Okay. Basically, to be open. A good mate of mine committed suicide on last weekend, and trigger warning. Shit. We should put a trigger warning in.
Yeah. Also, I think technically it's completed suicide now.
Oh, really?
Just because it just sounds like someone's committed a crime.
Oh God, is it?
I mean, it's hard to keep up with what's appropriate and what isn't, is it?
Really?
But
well,
it's fucking sad.
It is fucking sad. I mean, I would say committed if I was chatting with you in the pub. Maybe I should be more careful.
Look, we're all learning every day.
Yeah, we're learning.
It could have changed since the last time I heard.
Yeah.
But no, it's fucking sad.
So it's been a bit grim, and I do apologise for... basically, we pulled Somerset, we pulled Falmouth.
Yeah.
And there's no way I could have done the shows.
No, there isn't really. I mean, thank God we did pull them, because otherwise it would have probably been the day of.
Yeah. So we had a bit of a shit show last week where we were supposed to be doing the shows, but the show carries on, and we are going to Bath, and we're going to Streatham, and we had a really nice preview in London in the Pleasance. But yeah, so I've been all right. It's just been a bit like a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's just sad. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And it's also just a bit like, it's a bit existential, and you start wondering about things, and actually nothing matters. And just have a nice time,
it puts your problems
please.
in perspective. You're just like, oh.
Nothing's that serious.
Yeah.
Just have a really nice time if you can.
Yeah.
If you can't,
reach
go
out
speak
to the people you
someone.
love, hold them close.
I know, it is really sad.
But yeah, so
here we are.
That's grim, but I am here. And
yeah, and you wanted to be transparent about things and reasons why, you know, some things last week might not have worked out. But here we are.
Exactly.
Now. So thank you for your candidness.
No, I mean, I didn't know whether to mention it, but then I thought...
Depends whether it feels right at the time. Because, like, it's a comedy podcast, and we're dicking around, but sometimes, you know, it feels good to say these things. And also, it also is just, like, a good way to remind people that if you are really struggling that way, nothing is that serious. I know it sounds like it, and it feels like it, but nothing is that serious. Yeah. So go and speak to somebody. Anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody. Reach out to, like, there will be someone you can reach out to always. Yeah. But anyway, it was nice because we, a group of us met last night, and we sort of had a little chat about memories and all that kind of stuff, and had a few beers or whatever. And yeah, the funeral's fucking miles away. I don't know what to do about it.
Where is it?
Well, it's in Stockton, and
Newcastle.
Newcastle?
Oh.
Yeah. But like none of the trains are running, and I don't drive. So I was a bit like, maybe I might even fly. I might fly to Newcastle.
Oh my God. Imagine that.
Let's have a day.
In style.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Susie funerals in style.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm sure your friends would really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That would be a
funny
like, moment.
Oh, joke's on you. Fucking flying to Newcastle. I'm like, cheers, dickhead.
Well, listen, you've got to do what you've got to do, haven't you?
Yeah.
To get there. Don't you know anyone who's driving from
London?
London?
A lot of people are like, I just can't make it. I'm doing this. And I'm like, I know. And I was a bit...
Just so you know, at my funeral,
I'm like,
any of my friends...
Could you please make it?
Any of my friends, if you go, oh, I'm sorry, I've got a chiropody appointment that day. I will haunt the living daylights out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
I will absolutely haunt this shit. Because you imagine that your funeral is, you know, those moments where you think, when you've been a bit narcissistic, and you imagine like, God, everyone's just going to be absolutely
people are just busy.
They
can't make it.
Turns out people are like, oh, can't.
Sorry, I'm on holiday.
Great gal though.
Yeah. Great gal. Yeah. Pass on my best.
Donate some money to the fucking whatever I die from. Swinging from a chandelier, doing a sex crime.
I will try and make it, mate.
Thank you.
You've got my word.
I love that you assume that you're going before me.
Yeah.
No, you've been doing these rowing exercises. You're going to die first.
Go first. Yeah.
Something's going to fall on you. You know, like not Fatal Attraction. What's it called? What's it called? Final Destination.
Oh yeah,
great film.
What, just because I've gone rowing a bit?
Yeah, because I always remember whenever anyone talks about the gym and going really hard at the gym, I remember that. Have you ever seen Final Destination films?
Yeah, ages ago.
It's when he's in the gym and he's doing that like, and the weights are going above his head, and they keep smacking. And you're like, oh my God, it's gonna fall onto his head. But it's a little bit of a misdirection because it keeps doing this, but actually it's knocking the school sign that's got two swords on it, and then the sword falls down and just chops his head off.
Oh my God, that is a moral tale to just don't cane it in the gym.
Yeah, we just realised it. We should talk about your friend who's sadly completed suicide, and we're now talking about death.
Yeah. Well, it's a ghosty podcast.
It's a ghosty podcast. And listen, you've got to laugh sometimes, haven't you?
And he bloody loved horror.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I fucking love... We went to see a horror film, actually.
We did.
That's something we've done.
Longlegs.
I've thought a lot about Longlegs.
Yeah, what are your conclusions?
I think it did keep my attention, and I did enjoy it. I felt some of it was slightly... There's a turns out to be like a paranormal element to it, which is so eye roll for me. If you're gonna do a paranormal film, do a paranormal film and make it fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna do a murder film, do a murder film and do like a thriller, a good thing at the end that'll go, oh shit, because it's about this murderer that kills families, but no one actually knows how he got into the house. Because he's not, so that's like it's like a locked door mystery, and I hate it when it's like, oh guys, actually we don't know how he did get into the house, so we'll just add in a paranormal element, and it's a bit annoying. But I did enjoy it, and Nick Cage is a serial killer. Quite frankly,
it's creepy.
It's creepy.
I just didn't buy the last third of it.
No, I completely agree. Yeah,
I just was like, If I think about like my reaction to like the film Get Out, where you're just like, you're on the edge of your seat for every single twist and turn, and you're fucking bought in.
That could be true, and it is true for a lot of people.
Yeah, this one I was a bit like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A few jump scares, but it just didn't grab me.
Horrors are quite... Well, is it? I don't think it was a horror. I think it was a thriller.
It was a thriller, yeah.
It wasn't a horror, was it? Thrillers, there's so many good thriller films out there, so really it's a bit of a...
Give it a go. I was a bit disappointed.
It's got potential.
I didn't come out going, fuck, that was so good.
No.
But then my style is a bit more like, I'd want it to be almost like the Get Out vibe where it's funny.
Yeah,
you're on the funny stock characters. You're rooting for them. I didn't root for anyone
Nick
in that
Cage was
film.
quite funny, and because I thought he was in
He
drag.
was, but I wasn't really rooting for the main character much.
No, I didn't care for her at all
because she was obviously
Also,
so cold and
the
like
amount of if you were at the Prince Charles Theatre watching Longlegs, and you were one of the people that was stood up, going out to go to the toilet, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah,
it was like a parade.
Yeah.
They were up and down like no one's business. I've never known a group of adults not being able to hold the bladders. It was an hour and a half.
And like people going out, getting more popcorn in 20 minutes in, and I was like, what are you doing?
What? Sit down. It was actually an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. It was,
what is your goddamn problem?
Yeah.
It
was full of like sweaty looking film students.
It was very annoying.
You know?
I was going to lose my mind.
Like they were wearing, you know, the ones who wear like the printed tee of like...
Excuse me?
Yep. No, you're wearing like Ramones or something.
Slogan tees.
Yeah, a slogan tee of like Jaws or something. I don't know. They're all a bit like...
I would buy that t-shirt.
Weird twiddly moustaches and odd facial hair.
It looks all right when you've got a great face of makeup and some great old gold jewellery, but you know what I mean?
No, I love a slogan tee, don't get me wrong, but you know the vibe that was there.
Well, it's just like with the little hairy chins and the little moustaches
the pubic
and
chin.
It was good, but yeah, they were quite annoying. And then me and Adam went to see Inside Out 2.
Oh, was it good?
Loved it, yeah. I don't know why I love Inside Out 2, I just do. I thought it was hilarious, just laughing to myself the whole time. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's the kind of film I want to go and see, actually.
You should go and watch it.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I might.
Really enjoyed it.
Okay, so this week and next week, we're going to give you a listener special.
We are.
Because you've written there's so many stories. It's actually overwhelming how many we get. So hopefully we'll try and get through all of them, but it will take many years.
Yes.
But we're going to basically just at random pick some.
Yeah.
And tell your stories.
Shall I pick a tarot first?
Oh my God.
Come on.
Come on, Jesus.
I can feel heat. And I honestly
You always feel heat over the tarot.
I don't know how you can't feel it.
Go on. Where are you feeling it?
I can feel it everywhere, really, but I usually
Where are you feeling it then, Kat?
I just feel a little lightning bolt here.
Oh, really? That's the one then. Go on. Get those. Look at those nails. Jesus.
It's going to be the tower again, isn't it?
Whoa.
Oh!
What are you?
We've never had this.
What is it?
This is a man wearing a dildo hat.
Shut it.
That's the Two of Pentacles, that.
Oh, wow.
Well, I've never seen that before.
He's mental.
He's got a little... he's got a condom on his head.
He's actually got a condom on his head.
He's got the infinity symbol with a couple of pentacles
He's a right mad
He's got some lovely red leggings on.
Okay.
He's gone for weird colours on his outfit.
The Two Pentacles features a youth juggling.
Youth?
I know.
Doesn't look very youthful to me. Got a massive arse.
It advises you not to choose anything definitive for the time being. Give yourself a little more time to sort out your feelings and any mixed messages you may be receiving from others.
Oh, interesting.
Ask yourself, are all the facts in yet? Or is the coin still flipping in the air? There's no need to be goaded into premature decisions or actions. Act only when you're able to do so with a unified heart.
Oh, I like
mind.
that. So just take my time.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Was it reversed or up?
It was upright.
It was upright, yeah. I've done that. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
What does it mean in reverse?
It says a neutral stance or procrastination will not serve you here.
I am
you must
never
move into
not procrastinating.
Yeah, I do as well.
Have you ever done anything like on time all the time to spare? Because I can honestly say that I haven't.
No, I need a deadline,
Never.
Always.
Like for the other night when I was doing some editing for something, I was like, okay, I'm literally down to the wire. I've got an hour.
Yeah.
And it was a 2-hour job.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, literally cannot do it now.
How did your advert go? Didn't you do an advert for a...
Oh, I did. I
How was that?
I did like a social media website for archers.
Is it out?
Had a really nice time.
Yeah?
I don't think so. I don't know, actually. I never know. Never know.
Never know.
No, I had a lovely time talking about things, and it's just a nice
Great, love
interview.
that. Love that, hun.
Stunning for
Love
me.
that. Right, shall I kick off with a story? Because
I'd love a story. Have you got one?
Yes.
Have you got one?
Yes. This is from Victoria.
Oh, Victoria, love.
Hola, Victoria.
Hola.
Dear Ghost Huns, I've been following your podcast for a little while now and have been debating whether to share my own story.
I'm glad you did.
It's not something I've shared with many people, but I figured it may be something you'd be interested in. And to be honest, it's something that's never really left my mind. It happened one night. I got back from a late shift, which usually finished at 11:30. I still live with my parents and younger siblings, so everyone by this time was already in bed and fast asleep. I get in and go about my routine as quietly as possible, then I head upstairs to bed. All lights were off as I didn't want to wake anyone, and at first I thought my mind was messing with me. I thought I'd seen a shadow dash across the landing. I blinked a few times. I was tired and I'd probably imagined it. Just as my hand touches the door to my room, I hear a voice. Now this doesn't freak me out because I recognise the voice as my little sister's. Maybe she was talking in her sleep. But as I listened closer, it sounded like she was having a conversation with someone. She shares a room with my other sister, but she was at a sleepover, so it couldn't have been her. I crept closer to the door and peered through the little crack between the door and the frame. It wasn't a large gap, but it was big enough for me to peek through.
Oh, fuck.
My sister's room wasn't as dark as the landing. Her curtains were open, so moonlight was shining through. And there was my sister, sitting on her bed. She didn't appear to be asleep, but she was definitely having some kind of conversation. With who, I have no fucking clue. But just as I'm about to open the door a little wider and tell my sister to go back to sleep before she wakes anyone up, her head turns in my direction. And through the small gap, our eyes meet. How did she know I was there? I hadn't made any noise. It was almost like someone had told her, because there had been a pause in the conversation before she turned to me and said, "I can see you." My heart pounded in my chest. I opened the door wider and glanced around the room. There was no one but my sister. "Who are you talking to?" I said. My sister gave me a little grin that she gives me when I say something silly or stupid. "My friend." Okay, so she had an imaginary friend. It would explain why she was talking to herself. Still, something didn't feel right, but she seemed okay, so I told her to go back to sleep before she woke our parents up. I closed the door and headed to my room. A few hours later, I was woken up by a heavy pressure on my chest, and when I tried to sit up, I couldn't. What the hell? In fact, I couldn't move at all. That's when I felt something touch my foot. I looked down. There was nothing there. My breathing got heavier. I still couldn't move. Then, as if it couldn't get any worse, I felt a hand caressing my hair.
Oh, fuck yourself and your mum.
Yeah. If I wasn't already paralysed by the heavy pressure, I would have froze. It continued for about another minute. I glanced out the corner of my eye, and this time, I did see something. A shadowy outline, crouching down beside my bed.
Oh.
I couldn't see a face, or if it was a man or woman, but something told me it was neither. That it was something I'd never seen before. I clamped my eyes shut and held my breath. What the fuck was going on? After what felt like an eternity, I opened my eyes, and the figure was gone. And with it, the heavy pressure keeping me still. For the rest of the night, I was uneasy, but eventually I managed to drift back to sleep. The next morning, as I was getting ready for work, when my sister passed me on the way to the kitchen, I was reminded of last night and the creepy figure. And as if she could hear what I was thinking, she turned to me and said, "You met my friend last night." That sentence alone was enough to make me leave the house the quickest I ever have. For once, glad that I had to work. It's been 2 years since then, and my sister hasn't mentioned anything else about her friend, and thankfully I haven't encountered any figure since then either. But often I think back on it, and I wonder what the hell had visited me that night. I really enjoy your podcast and the content you put out, so I thought it'd be a good idea to share this with you. It's not probably the creepiest story you've ever heard, but it certainly still haunts me.
It's pretty fucking scary for me, to be totally honest with you.
Victoria.
Wow, Victoria.
Victoria, seriously, Victoria.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Victoria, please.
Victoria's Spanish?
See?
Oh, is she?
No.
Right. Okay. Would you like another one?
I would, please, yes.
Okay. This one's from Rachel.
Hola, Rachel.
Hola. Hola.
Oh,
Ciao.
fuck.
What?
Sorry, carry on.
What's happened?
Nothing, please carry on.
I just dropped a lid.
Dropped a lid.
I'm a relatively new listener and I've always believed there is something out there. I absolutely love the podcast. I'm now nearly up to date and I'm sad I can't binge listen. Well, then you head on over to Patreon. Do you know what I mean? Because there's fucking loads of shit on there.
Patreon.com/ghosthunts.
My husband, I don't know. My husband
played it.
My husband and my father. Me and my husband have 2 cats, and we now say, "Is that cat?" But it doesn't compare to how Hannah says it. Is that cat?
That's so good.
You go.
Is that cat?
Is that cat?
No, you do it better.
I only had one spooky experience myself from when I was a kid. I was 8 years old. My granddad passed away in 2005. Around that time, we were all watching. I was trying to work out how old that makes Rachel and how much younger she is than me. Do you ever do that? When you hear that someone's younger, you're like, ugh.
Oh, I hate it. Although 8 and 2, 8, yeah.
Although
that's
when
young.
I was younger, I was like, if they were older, I was like, oh, you bitch. I wish I was older. And then now I'm like,
it's completely changed now.
It's
It's almost like birthdays give me dread now. Like,
really?
well, yeah, because I'm like, no, I want to stay 36, please.
I get a bit morbid with it because I'm like, oh, it is an honour to grow older.
I know.
Bullshit. But you know, you kind of have to find a way of getting, because it comes
Get
to
older,
you.
get Botox.
Get older, get Botox, lie about your age. End of, doesn't really matter.
Oh, I shouldn't have said I was 87 then. This is imprinted. This is forever.
We've said it so many times.
Yeah, I talk about my age quite a lot,
and I'm always saying how much older you are than me. My granddad passed away in 2005.
It's actually really annoying that. It really annoys me. I'm really annoyed that you're
that I'm younger.
Yeah.
I'm quite a lot younger.
No, not quite a lot.
I'm so much younger.
No, you're not so much younger.
Well, I mean, you were probably if we were in the same high school, you wouldn't have hung around with me.
No, you're a loser. Oh my God, you're
Excuse
right.
me,
You're a fucking loser.
I was popular in my school.
The worst kind.
Yeah, I was popular. Yeah, fucking sue me.
Oh my God, you'd have been a right little fucking pipsqueak.
I was a bit of a dick because I'd just go around all the groups. You know what I mean? I'd just be like, oh, hey guys, I mean, I was never mean to anyone, but I did always go around.
Jan.
But then, like, every Friday night, I'd be the one with a bottle of, fucking Baileys down at the
down a bin.
down at the brook where we'd all used to go and get, give hand jobs to other people. Anyway,
thanks for listening, Terry.
Mum. No, I'm joking. Around that time, we were all watching a film in the living room one evening. I'm pretty sure it was an Austin Powers movie. To set the scene, I'm sure that, we can't judge you based on your...
1997. So Rachel is 10 years younger than me. Just on the math. I bet your skin is glowing, hon.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but your skin's good.
Thank you.
Your skin's glowing. You're fine.
Okay.
My granddad passed away... Oh, we've done this.
Sorry, Rachel.
Jesus. Rachel, we really have deviated. Austin, have you watched Austin Powers recently?
No, we really need to go back into...
bastard! It's really bad. To set the scene, the sofa was in the middle of the room, so you could walk around it to get to the door leading to the front door and the stairs. I was on the sofa with my 2 sisters, and my dad was sat in his chair with my mum sat on the floor in front of him, and my brother sat in front of the sofa. I had my back to the living room door and could see everyone. I felt 3 distinct, slow taps on my left shoulder. You'd know if I did it.
Yeah, fucking
gouge.
jabby McFuck.
I looked around and no one had moved. They were all engrossed with the film. Someone's engrossed with Austin Powers makes me laugh. I asked if anyone had just tapped me on the shoulder, but nobody had. I was completely freaked out. Me and my mum were convinced it was my granddad letting me know he was there, as we had no weird experiences in that house. It still makes me feel uneasy sitting there now when I visit, even now at 26. I can still feel the taps on my shoulder clear as day. My mum also used to tell me a story of when she was a teenager. My nana used to work... What did you call your grandparents?
Grandma.
Oh, right. My nana used to work... Great. My nana, I used to call my nana, so I'm going to say nana instead of nana. My nana used to work in a pub called the Ye Old Star Inn. I love that. In the centre of York, and would go there after school. She would often see a black cat walking across 2 planks near the bar, walking towards where the kitchen was, or in the upstairs area of the pub. She said it even meowed or hissed at her. She asked the owner if they had a cat, and he said no, but other people had reported of seeing a cat that wasn't there. I believe there was a cat found in the wall along with a pair of shoes in the pub. They used to do this to ward off evil spirits. It may be the cat that my mum saw. Please do more ghost stories from York. It is said to be the most haunted city in Europe. It would be so cool to hear stories of the city I grew up in. Can't wait for future episodes. It's funny, entertaining, and completely relatable. Lots of love, Rach. Thank you, Rach.
Thank you, my
That was a cute little
love.
story.
I don't like the idea of holding a fucking cat up in the wall because of superstition. Like,
Was it
humans are the
alive or
worst.
dead? Probably alive.
Probably alive.
If a cat dies because it's been hit by a car, if I had a cat and then my cat got hit by a car, I'd be like, oh, that's sad. Shall I put it in the wall? That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's how the magic works, though, probably.
Oh, you have to actually do a... Oh, it's sad.
You ready for another story?
Yes, please.
This is from Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
Hola. I need to stop saying hola, don't I? I keep making it Spanish.
It's culturally problematic.
Sound, yes. Okay. This is... the title is I Was Followed by a Goblin.
Oh, my God.
Can't wait.
I feel like I'm being followed by a goblin all the fucking time. Yeah, it's you.
Good one. I feel like I'm
I was
surrounded.
just been zinger after zinger today.
Yeah, I think you're a twat. Good comeback, Susie. Always good
really
with the comebacks. Okay. Hi, I recently shared my story and a few people told me to submit it to ghost Huns. First of all, I know this sounds completely delusional. Trust me, even I thought I was going crazy. It started around 2 years ago. 5 other girls and I went on a spa break. We had treatments, a full 3-course dinner, breakfast and cocktails. I was having a great time. The spa itself is in an old mill house. Mills are always haunted. FYI, if you live in a mill, it's haunted. The spa itself is in an old mill house, a beautiful building with high ceilings and long corridors. We'd booked an apartment within the spa to stay in. I drew the short straw to sleep on the sofa bed in the lounge. In the same room, there was a second sofa bed that one of my friends had. We went to bed as normal in the late evening. However, I was quite uncomfortable on the sofa bed, which caused me to have bad neck and back pain. I was fully awake by 5 a.m. and decided to get up and try and use the spa facilities early, but they were closed. I crept back to bed. It was October, and while the room was dark, it wasn't completely pitch black as the sun was just starting to rise. I lay on the sofa bed, propped up with my arm under my head, scrolling on my phone. I started to feel a tickle on my arm, presuming it was my hair, so I moved it away. This happened once or twice, and I thought, oh my God, it's a spider.
The only thing worse than a ghost would be a spider.
Yeah. It's a spider. I'm terrified of spiders, so I quickly sat up and looked where I'd just been sitting. Just behind the sofa, a small head appeared to crouch down. I stared at this figure for a while, going over possibilities in my head. It's my shadow, it's my reflection. I lay back in position, still keeping my eyes on this figure that I thought was myself, until it was out of view. The figure's head then looked back over the sofa, peering down at me, still confused. I moved closer, expecting it to move with me, as I still thought it was my shadow or reflection, only to be met with a face that can only be described as Gollum. It had greyish skin, big, horrible, jagged teeth, tiny black eyes, and strands of straw-like black hair on its head. Looking at it made my stomach turn, and I shouted, "What the fuck is that?" I'd woken up the other girl in the room and the 2 girls in the room next to us. I was completely embarrassed and quickly played it down, saying I had a bad dream. It was the talk of the week. We had a great spa break, but Jordan saw a ghost. I wish it had stopped there. When I got home, I told my partner that I really did see something. As a complete skeptic, he was certain that I must have fallen back asleep. I love listening to scary stories, but when it happens to you, it changes things. It's no longer entertaining. It's terrifying. I know I was awake and I saw this creature. For the next few weeks, I felt like things were always moving around me in my peripheral vision. I constantly thought something else was in the room with me. My dog would growl at random spots in the house. Things were being knocked over. Things were going missing. I found my toothbrush in the bin and my phone in the fridge. I honestly thought I was going crazy. There was also a time when the postman knocked on the door while I was working at my desk. By the time I sat back down, all of my computer and work equipment was unplugged. It was only me and my dog in the house. My parents
My parents are my parents.
My partner.
My parents are my parents.
My partner.
My parents are my parents.
Really?
My parents.
They do look. It's a similar looking word. That. Yeah. Good story. Me, not this story. I was taking the piss out of myself there, Jordan.
I think it's really weird when, before I forget, when, you know, everyone's like, oh, it could be your mind playing tricks on you stuff, but when you know that you've just left the room and everything was working, then you come back and it's unplugged.
You can't fucking...
How do you...
How do you come back?
That, that is the most believable paranormal thing, I think, for me.
I agree. My partner and my parents didn't believe me when I said something was happening. I started Googling medical reasons that could cause hallucinations, or worse, how to know if someone was secretly living in your house. The second time I saw something was during a night routine. I take my dog out for a pee before bed, and at the back of... Oh, God, I do this with Rocco. I'm scared. I don't want to read anymore.
This is why I can't have a dog.
I take my dog out for a pee before bed, and at the back of the garden... My dog was at the fence, growling violently. I kept trying to hush her up, but then noticed little things being thrown at me. At the bottom of the garden is a peanut table for the birds. Something was throwing peanuts at me. I looked in the direction and saw an arm, maybe the size of a baby's arm, leaning over the fence, throwing
peanuts vile.
At me. The colour of the arm was grey, and it was oddly muscular.
Oh, like a penis.
It's horrible.
Because they say that, like, the size of a baby's arm.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Imagine, I don't know what would be scarier, actually. I think a giant penis throwing peanuts at me.
Dildo throwing nuts.
Yeah. Big dildo throwing nuts is going to be my Edinburgh show. How dare you?
I ran into the house with my dog. This is so terrifying.
It is
This
scary.
one's really gotten to me. Weeks went by with a little thing still happening. One day, we were out Christmas shopping, and I was in an old bookshop. Stunning. Absolutely.
Oh, I love nothing
Christmas
more.
and an old bookshop. Yes, please, give it to me all day.
Sleepless in Seattle. Thank you.
What?
Oh, no.
What?
You Got Mail. That's what I... That's...
Is
Have
that
you never seen
the
that
vibe?
film?
Yeah, but is it Christmassy?
It's part of it is at Christmas. And it's just in an old bookshop, isn't it?
Love that.
Cute.
Next to the bookshop was one of those spiritual witch shops. Honestly, that really gets me going, that. The ones that always have dragon statues in the window. I kept thinking, should I go in? But I didn't want to believe this thing was actually something paranormal or unexplainable. As I was still in the bookshop, a woman put her hand on my shoulder. She looked around my age, 28, maybe a bit older, and said, I don't mean to bother you, and if this sounds completely untrue, just tell me, but there's something attached to you, and you need to stop talking about it and completely ignore it. I stood there frozen. My face must have dropped, and the woman said, it's called a low vibrational spiritual entity. They like it when you're scared. What you need to do is get a white candle, any will do, even a tea light, open your windows at home, light the candle, and tell this thing to leave. It's not welcome. Do not ask if it's there or invite it into any sort of conversation, and do not blow the candle out. When the candle burns out, close your windows and do not look behind your shoulder, and don't talk about it. In a moment, the woman gave me a smile and carried on browsing the books. I was somewhat blown away and completely terrified. I went home and did exactly what the woman told me to do. A part of me still felt completely ridiculous. I sat in my room, opened all of my windows and started saying, you are not welcome, you must leave, over and over again. Then something strange happened. My head tipped back. My mouth opened wide, and I breathed out a long, deep breath. God, that's fucking terrifying.
Like the Green Mile.
Yeah. I felt instant relief, and nothing happened again. I told you it sounds crazy. Don't laugh at me. Jordan.
I'm not laughing. That was petrifying.
That was absolutely hideous.
I thought that little, like...
Yeah, the little fucking arm.
Oh, I hate that. It's vile.
Just like something's like just playing with you and like teasing you.
Vile!
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 So that was really grim, Jordan, but I'm glad that you... Do you know what? That's weird, isn't it? Just a woman being like, you have an entity.
Yes, that's gross, yeah.
Like just a woman in a witchy bookshop knows. Oh!
I'm going to do that for you next time. Well, not next time, but the time after I can get rid of all your demons.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Because I'm a witch.
You're such a witch.
Hi, Huns. fans, hope you're both doing well. Before I start my creep of the week, I just have to say that my boyfriend Jake and I came to the first Ballum show and had the best time.
I love
Doesn't
that.
that feel ages ago now?
Yeah.
You guys are hilarious, so down to earth. It was so nice getting to meet you properly afterwards. Hannah, I hope you enjoyed your Amstel. Someone buy me an Amstel. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I definitely did. Since Jake got to tell his creep of the week during the show. Oh, he got to tell. Oh, he did his during the show. I can't remember
stunning.
that. My memory is dreadful.
Wait,
Leanne.
what was the name?
It's Leanne and her boyfriend's Jake. The first Ballum show.
Our memory is a shot
It's
to shit.
really bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Since Jake got to tell his creep of the week during the show, I figured it's my turn. Keep up with the amazing content, and I hope you enjoy my little ghost story. Lots of love, Leanne. In 2019, my gran sadly passed away from ovarian cancer, but a little before she died, she gave me her old TV that she won in a raffle.
Oh.
How wholesome is that?
Go on, Grandma.
Go on with your bad self.
Go on with your bad self winning a TV there.
The TV wasn't all that good. Well, it wasn't a raffle, to be fair.
What?
The TV wasn't all that good.
Oh, it's a tombola. So.
I'm imagining a tombola, yeah, like and lots of cakes.
Yeah,
and jam.
in the village hall. And,
yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Oh God, I'd love a bit of cake.
Why did you say that like you're going to hit me? Oh, I love a bit of
If
cake.
you don't get me a fucking cake.
I'm not that arsed about cake.
You've said this before. It's really up my alley.
Do you know
cake.
what I love? Colin the Caterpillar.
No,
And the little ones, because the chocolate's amazing.
I don't like that.
What is wrong with you?
I don't
You've got a
like
serious
it.
problem.
You've got a serious problem.
No, because it... Oh, right, okay. Let's do a poll. Whoever doesn't like Colin the Caterpillar, come at me. I bet you any money my inbox will be fucking empty. Because whoever likes Colin the Caterpillar, message Susie saying, Colin the cunt.
Okay.
No, don't say that.
Please don't.
No, don't say
Also,
that. You can message her and say Colin Killer. Because she wants him gone.
I don't want him gone.
Message
I
Susie
just
saying
think
Colin Killer.
The chocolate's too much. I like the cake inside.
Get on Instagram now and message her and say Colin Killer.
Do you not like a Vicky sponge?
I'm fine with it. There's a time and a place.
Coffee and walnut.
Love that, yeah. I also really like carrot cake.
Oh, carrot cake with the icing on it.
You must have the icing.
You must have the icing.
Do you like Christmas cake?
I do.
Oh, rank.
I don't mind it. It's not my favourite. But I do
like the look of a
fairy
Christmas
cakes
pudding.
that are freshly made
Yeah, I can get
and with all
involved
that
in
lovely little icing on it.
Buttercream.
Oh,
I hate
there's
fondant.
nothing better.
I absolutely detest fondant.
What's fondant?
It's like the solid icing, fondant icing.
No, we
It's
don't
rank
like that.
That's on Christmas cake.
No, we don't like that.
Horrible.
I'll eat around that.
Yeah, it's got to be butter or a great chocolate cake.
Yeah.
A really good, like Matilda.
Yes, Matilda's one.
There's a
Bruce
dessert shop by
Bogtrotter.
ours that Millie said she went and got. They've got a Matilda cake there, and she went and had some. Apparently, it was amazing. Like exactly how you'd imagine it to be.
Okay. Sorry.
Why are we talking about? Oh yeah, because we're at Autumn Fete.
We've taken this.
I just really want to go to an Autumn Fete. I used to go and I used to buy loads of secondhand books, and it was like for like 20p.
Yeah, that's
and
where I found the
really
goosebumps.
Good. Yeah, I love having a little rummage around and tat.
Oh, we've been sent some Goosebumps books. We need to collect those.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for sending these in. Basically, if you've sent us anything, it goes to our agent's office, and then we just haven't had a day of sorting through it, and we will. So
I'm also thrilled that you've sent us an even number so we can split them.
Yeah.
And then swap them afterwards.
Oh, I can't wait.
Because I hate waiting.
And as soon as autumn starts creeping in, which it will, as it always does.
We really need some
cozy.
big plans for Halloween. I want to go to a maze. I want to go to a haunted house. I want to go to all of them.
Yeah.
I want to do some real Halloween-y activities.
Yeah.
Pumpkin picking, pumpkin carving.
I think a maze is for all year round.
Well, a scary Halloween maze.
Oh, I see.
Do you know what I mean? With hay bales.
Oh, I just quite like a maze.
I like a maze. I'm not opposed to a maze.
Yeah.
Amaze me with a maze.
Well, they look better than they look better from afar.
Yeah, than when you're actually in there and you're like, oh, this is very boring. I'd rather just go and get a Prosecco.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so Leanne's gran left her an old TV that she won in a raffle, but the TV wasn't very good. There you go. It would sometimes pick up reception and try to turn itself on. Once I figured this out, I started putting the remote behind the TV and it doesn't cause any more problems. Or so I thought. Fast forward to lockdown. I was asleep in my bed one night and around 3 a.m. I got woken up by my cat making this horrendous meow. She was an old cat and started to make this sound when she was scared or confused where everyone was. I've attached a video below of the sound. Right, let's listen to this then. I love a little bit of, you know what I mean?
I love a bit of
Interactive.
tech.
Bit of tech. Say that now, but wait till I can't do it. Oh.
Such a boomer.
Oh my God.
Put it up right here.
That is
That's
absolutely...
horrendous. I'm sorry, is that a cat?
One more time. Oh my God, Leanne, that's horrible.
It sounds like it's saying delay.
Delay. There's a delay.
Delay.
Sounds like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's rank.
you need to put that cat on a wall.
And a wall. How relevant. What a great story.
Callback.
Okay, so
I don't mean it,
by...
Leanne. Your cat's obviously lovely.
No,
and,
yeah. She was an old cat, so I don't think the cat... Well, I don't know, actually. Please let us know if the cat's okay. I got woken up by my cat making this horrendous meow, which was one we've just heard. She was an old cat and started to make the sound when she was scared or confused. Because I was laying right in front of her, it confused me while she was meowing like that. So I tried to calm her down, but she eventually jumped off the bed and went into the hallway. Then I noticed that the TV was trying to turn itself on. It hadn't happened in a long time, but I figured I must have just misplaced the remote. I was looking everywhere for it and eventually cut my losses, looked behind the TV to find it in the same place I'd always left it. I hate it when that happens. I picked up the remote and turned the TV on fully so I could turn it off properly, but it just wouldn't. The screen turned bright blue and the on-off light at the bottom of the screen continued flashing at me. My cat started to make that meowing sound again outside my room, and I just felt so panicked trying to turn this thing off. No matter how much I pressed the power button, it just wouldn't turn off, and the cat wouldn't stop making that awful sound.
Kitty.
It also sounds like really distressed, doesn't it?
Oh, I want to hug the cat.
I know. This had never happened before, and I didn't know what to do, so I ended up pulling the plug on it. As soon as I cut off the supply, my cat stopped. Dead silence.
Good.
I don't know why that happened, but it creeped me out so much. I like to think that it might have been my grandson trying to say hello. But it had me and Olivia, my cat, it was such a funny name for her, freaking and saying hello at 3 a.m. is just not on. I've slept with the lights on that night, and I've refused to use the TV since. I've watched Poltergeist and just, no. But it still sits at the foot of my bed like some creepy artefacts just waiting to be plugged in.
Ooh.
Spooky. Cats, dogs, animals know, man.
They do know, don't they?
They know.
I do think something was trying to come through. But that's not acceptable in the middle of the night.
Like friends and family.
You're like,
Leave me the
please.
fuck alone at 3 a.m, please.
I think also get rid of that TV. Maybe just get rid of it. I know it's, like you've got happy memories anyway. Get rid.
Yeah,
because
just
it's haunted.
chuck it in bin.
And maybe it's not your grandma coming through. It's like
Could be someone
a
else.
demon.
Really scary.
Yeah, your cat does sound like it's not your grandma.
Well, like mirrors and TVs and all that stuff, they're all like they're fucking
portals.
Yeah, they're portals.
To hell.
That's it.
Okay, would you like
To hell.
To hell. Would you like another story? This is from Hazel. We haven't done this.
Behind your hazel eyes.
Have we done this?
I
We
love
haven't
that
done
song.
this.
I used to love it. I used to sing it like really mean it. Here I am once again. I'm turning to pieces. You know when you think you're no true horror at age 12.
Once again.
I'm turning to pieces. Can't deny, can't pretend.
Is that Kelly Clarkson?
It certainly is. And like 12-year-old me is like,
yeah, you're like, I feel it.
God, I know what it feels like because Danny Smith hasn't messaged me back on MSN.
I had to literally turn my headphones down for that. Fuck's sake. I'm now deaf. As are
I just
everyone
remember my
listening.
teenage angst, and I'm still in touch with it.
Yeah. Do you know what? I still love getting my headphones. I have really good headphones. Don't want to brag, but they're really good. And I love to put on when you put on a sad song and you really feel it.
Yeah, look out of the window.
And you're wandering around just like, no one gets it.
Yeah, like you're in a film.
No one understands just how much I'm really feeling this song
and you do
right
this
now.
like you're like...
Yeah, and you're like... and like make eye contact with people to be like, they don't get it.
Yeah. You don't know me.
You don't know me. You
the
don't know
trauma
how
I'm going
deep I
through.
run, actually.
My fire engine lipstick has been discontinued. Absolutely devastating.
You're like, I need a moment.
No, yeah, I know. In fact, I'm going to remember it like that when you walk down the street like...
Yeah, there's a sigh. There's always a sigh. And like, Like
or like I'm going to hold my head up and get through this day.
And a wistful look at the sky usually.
Oh yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a look at all the people sat outside cafes, and you're like, you don't understand.
You don't get it.
You're so high, you don't get it.
Look at the sheeple.
And do you know what makes me laugh is we all have done that.
Yeah. Everyone does it.
We've all done it, and like and then you're like, please let it rain because this would look amazing.
Oh, I know, stunning.
Just like
put the hood up, single tear.
Oh no, don't even put the hood up. Just let it rain.
That's also when I'm wandering around like that, I'm like, probably at least 7 people are going to fall in love with me now. Because they're going to see me, how wistful I am.
And my vulnerability. I'm so attractive.
And I'm like, I just can't
Actually, I'm just like a fucking rat.
Yeah. And I'm weird. Just like making weird eye contact with a tree.
Like a drowned rat.
Yeah.
Covered in rain with my mac on and my backpack on.
And it's like the Jurassic Park theme.
Yeah, like...
Or like, let's be honest.
What was the song I always used to
song.
listen to? There was a very specific. I think it was Celine Dion. Not I'm Alive. It was the other one. A new day has come. A new day. And I'd be like, let the rain come down and wash away my tears. And I'd be like this. Breasts out.
You're like, oh my God, not only have I given myself chills, but I think I've got a tear in one eye.
I have actually got chills right now. Because as ridiculous as it is, I will not stop doing it.
So outrageous. And I've got like a whole playlist that I've called Chilled. Yeah. And it's like some of the saddest music, but I'm like...
Yeah, it's not chilled.
Let's get in.
It actually gives you a little bit of a pep in your step, doesn't it? Because you're
outrageous.
like, I'm going to take on the world. And then your next challenge is the self-scanner at Tesco's. Yeah. And it's just not
And then you get humbled in Tesco's and you're like, wow, isn't that part of life?
Yeah. And
then
you're just like, oh, life.
Then you just meet your friends and have a wine and
then you forget about it because you're pissed.
Yeah.
Gorge.
Oh, well. Okay, so this is from Hazel. Hi, Hannah and Susie, or Susie and Hannah. Thank you, Hazel. I absolutely love your podcast and have watched all of your videos. I come across you through TikTok and have been hooked ever since. I'm going to tell you some of my ghost experience. They're not that scary, but have definitely stuck with me. My first story is when I moved into the house I'm currently living in. For some backstory, my granddad died before I was born. I didn't know what he looked like until a few years later when my dad showed me a picture. My granddad was on my dad's side, so it was my dad's dad. Anyway, I used to sleep with the door open as I was only about 8 or 9. My bedroom is the first one as you walk up the stairs. My bed is basically in front of my door, but there's a wardrobe next to my bed on the left if you were walking through my door. Anyway, my mum was helping me and my brother get to bed, as my dad was already asleep as he gets up early for work. Not long after, my mum would tuck me into bed this night and I woke up about 2 to 4 a.m. Like I mentioned earlier, I used to sleep with my door open, and when I opened my eyes, I saw my granddad walking up the stairs. At first, I didn't know it was him, as I didn't know what he looked like until I told my parents about it. And my dad showed me the picture. Anyway, I would only see him for a split second, and then he'd disappear. This would happen many nights until I did tell my parents, and I knew it was him. It all stopped when I started to sleep with my door closed, and I haven't seen him since. Anyway, I have many more stories like this if you want to email in again. Thank you so much if you do put this in the podcast. Lots of love, Hazel.
Thank you, Hazel. That was absolutely stunning, and I love the name Hazel, actually. Oh, fuck.
What?
Just punched the microphone. Shall we do We Get Haunted So You Don't Have to?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to We Get Haunted. I think we need a jingle for this, but I don't know what it's going to be.
We get haunted so you don't have to.
Too scary.
I don't like that.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I've got an app.
Yes.
And I'd like to see if there are any ghosts. Oh my God, it's already kicking off.
Is it?
I realise now as I'm doing it, not a great podcast tool, because it is entirely visual.
Okay.
But I'm gonna we're gonna go around like this.
Ooh.
And I can see. Basically, it's a video where it will show you there's a line. If there's a person there, it'll show you like little stick men. It's called Ghost Tube. There's nothing there. Let's try this.
Fuck.
Oh no, that was you.
Oh, it's like, we could definitely see something.
Although that does show that it works because it was you. They're like, oh no, that's a chair.
There's someone sat in the chair.
It looks like there's someone sat in the chair.
That would be really fucking horrible. Oh, there's a little person sat in the chair.
Oh, it's a child.
That's grim.
Go over to the chair. Go and sit down in the chair. Susie's moving over. She's just taking the headphones off. I'm going to tell you all like you're all blind. Susie, sit down in the chair.
I'm going to sit on the kid.
Yeah. Oh, they just leapt into your body. Oh my God, I hope it's not a child. That's very inappropriate.
Oh my God.
Oh! Jesus.
I'm possessed. Okay, great.
What do you
So
think about
actually,
that?
the pod studio is definitely haunted then.
And also my I just saved that video. That's annoying, isn't it? Oh! Oh my God,
What?
there's loads.
Are there?
Oh my God, there's loads.
Jesus Christ. I actually don't like that.
Well, that's bad. That's very bad. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So the pod box is haunted by a little child that Susie's just absorbed.
Sponged.
We are going to have to do a hex on you then soon. Give you a couple of weeks with the...
Yeah. See how I go.
See how you get on. Because
Maybe
it might
it'll give
help.
me some superpowers.
Thank you so much. We'll see you
Thanks,
next time.
guys. See you next week.
Go head on over to Patreon, and we are going to Edinburgh. So if you do want to come and see us live, we'll be in Edinburgh. We're also doing previews. We're doing previews in London, in Bath. We've got many more that are coming up. So please keep a lookout on our social media to see where you can buy tickets. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.